Hi, my name is Derek Zimmerman and I'm here with Jon-Don. Today we're going to talk about the Prochem Legend, go through some of the basic principles of proper maintenance so that you can keep this machine running at a peak level and do the work you need it to do. So the first thing we're going to talk about today with regards to maintenance is the process we're going to do while the machine is still running. After we've finished our cleaning process, we're putting our tools away, we're ready to kind of finish up for the day. What we want to do is use a lubricating oil, something along the lines of WD-40, Pennzoil Z4, etc. We're going to use this lubricating cap to lubricate the vacuum blower. So what we will do is use our lubricant, open our vacuum port right here. We're then going to spray this in here for a good 15 seconds. Again, this is at the end of the day when we are done using the machine. The benefit of doing this is it's going to protect our vacuum blower, and over the life of the machine you'll get a lot more wear out of it. Again, at about 15-second point, you can close it up, let the machine run for a few more minutes so that air dries out a little bit. Then we can now shut the machine down for the evening. We're going to come around to this side and take a look at our waste tank. This is the second most important thing you can do. These two things, lubricating the vacuum port, taking care of this waste tank, are going to resolve a huge percentage of the issues you may have with this system. The first thing we want to do is open the lid up. So we remove our top. We're going to put it off to the side. What we now want to talk about is our vacuum filters. There are two filters in this waste tank. The first filter is your pre-filter. And at the end of the day, every day, we're going to remove this out of the tank itself, shake all the debris out of it, run some water through it to clean it out, and make sure that this is in good shape and that we keep this clean. The more buildup we have in here, the less vacuum we're going to have. The second filter that we're going to remove is our vacuum blower filter. And again, every day we're going to take this out of the machine itself, and again, we're going to rinse this out with water and clean all the debris that we possibly can out of this filter. Again, this protects our vacuum blower from damage from what we suck up through the vacuum, and it also keeps the waste tank in good shape. But again, if we let this fill up with debris, it's going to reduce the amount of vacuum we're going to get. Once we've cleaned it out, we'll put it right back into its position as well. The next thing we want to do while we've got the lid off, we're working on our waste tank, is we want to make sure, one, we've drained all the water out of the tank, and then number two, we want to actually grab a hose. We want to flush the waste tank. You're going to have a lot of sediment, a lot of buildup in the bottom of this tank. Everything you're sucking up when you're running the machine is going to end up in this tank. So make sure we flush this out on a daily basis. Another procedure we can follow would be using a disinfectant or a product along the lines of Microban. Something that we can mist in here lightly that'll help kill any living organisms, mildew, fungus, etc. Whatever we're putting in here. It'll really help with the longevity of this waste tank. Keep it clean, keep your machine in good running order. We're going to replace the lid, put it back on. Be sure to strap the sides back down, holds that lid in place. And now we're going to go back over to our Legend, and we're going to talk about a few basic maintenance needs that we want to go through on a regular basis. So there are three filters on the front of your machine that on a weekly basis, we want to make sure that you're going to check them out. You're going to open them up, take a look at the screens, and make sure that if there is any buildup of lint type debris, that we clean that out and then put the filters back in. If you look at the front of your machine here, you have your chemical check valve filter, you've got a solution screen, and then a temperature balance orifice. These three pieces, if you refer to your owner's manual, will walk you through the proper procedure to take these off. And then again, evaluate those screens and clean if necessary. So now what we're going to do is step back and we're going to check three different oils that are in this machine. The first oil that we will check is we are going to check our engine oil. We're going to actually pull our dipstick up, take a look at the level on there. If we find that the level is low, we're going to add oil right here. If we find that it's good, we'll put the dipstick back in and we're ready to go to our next checkpoint. The other thing you want to do is refer to your owner's manual. Roughly every 100 hours of use, we need to change this oil. Your owner's manual will walk you through that. The next thing we're going to want to check here is we are going to want to check the oil on our vacuum blower. And you see you've got an eyelid right here. As long as we are checking this every single day, it'll tell us that our vacuum blower oil is in good shape. If we see that this fluid is run out of that eye hole, then we know there's an issue. We need to call in Jon-Don service, or at least have someone take a good look at this. The reality is this, from a service standpoint, on an annual basis, you will drain the vacuum blower and replace the oil. The next thing we're going to want to check actually is right here up in front, and this is our chemical pump. Right on top, there is a yellow cap and a dipstick, so we can actually unscrew that and pull it out, check the oil level in there. The next thing we can also do is there's an eyelet. It's kind of hard to see, but again, it's right back here through this little opening here. And again, it is an eyelet like we have on the vacuum blower. And again, we're looking for an oil fluid level. There's a line across that eyelet. As long as that is above that line, you are good to go. So in recap, basic maintenance of the Prochem Legend. While the machine is running, again, we're gonna lubricate our vacuum blower for a good 15 seconds. Once we have done that, we shut our machine down. We go over to our waste tank. And at the waste tank, again, we open it up, clean out our two filters, our pre-filter and our vacuum blower filter. Then we're gonna thoroughly rinse the tank out, disinfect the tank if needed. Once we have done that on a daily basis, again, we have 3 oils: engine oil, vacuum blower oil, and our chemical pump. We want to check those. And then finally, refer to our manual with regards to any time we need to change an oil. Any of the additional updates, it all is in your owner's manual. If you follow the maintenance records and refer to those, you will do a great job taking care of your Legend, do a great job cleaning carpet.